Maggie, the mouse, was a very little mouse with big, round ears that seemed almost too large for her tiny head. She was the smallest in her family, but her ears made her easy to spot, even in the coziest corners of the house. And she had a long pink tail that curled behind her like a ribbon, always twitching with curiosity and excitement. One sunny morning, as golden sunlight streamed through the kitchen window, Maggie peeked out of her mouse hole, her whiskers quivering with anticipation. She loved mornings when the world felt fresh and full of possibilities. That's when she spotted something amazing, something she'd only dreamed about. It was yellow, bumpy, and the most delicious-looking piece of cheese she'd ever seen, sitting right on the kitchen counter, glowing in the morning light. "Cheese!" squeaked Maggie, her nose twitching with excitement. She could almost taste it already, her tummy rumbling at the thought. The cheese was far away, perched high on the counter, but Maggie was brave and very, very hungry. She knew she had to try, no matter how tricky it seemed. She wiggled her whiskers, tapped her tiny feet on the floor, and got ready for adventure. Her heart beat faster as she imagined the journey ahead. With a determined squeak, Maggie zipped out of her hole, her little paws moving as fast as they could go. Pitter-patter, she raced across the shiny floor, dodging crumbs and kitchen tiles, her eyes fixed on her cheesy prize. The cheese seemed to be waiting just for her, almost calling her name as if it knew how much she wanted it. She imagined nibbling the corners and munching the middle, savoring every crumb. In her mind, it was the tastiest treat in the world. "Here I come, cheese!" she chirped, her heart thumping with excitement and her paws tingling with anticipation. But suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the kitchen, making the curtains dance and the air swirl. Whoosh! The cheese wobbled, teetered, and tumbled right off the counter, spinning through the air like a golden wheel. It rolled out the open back door, bouncing and spinning, heading straight for the bright, sunlit backyard. "Oh no!" squeaked Maggie, her eyes wide with shock. "My cheese, come back!" Without thinking, she dashed after it, out the door and into the big, wide world beyond the kitchen she knew so well. The great cheese chase had begun. Maggie's paws barely touched the ground as she hurried after her runaway snack. Maggie didn't stop to worry. She just ran, her determination growing with every step. The world outside was big and new, but she was ready. The adventure was on, and nothing could stop her now. She felt braver than ever before, her eyes shining with excitement. The cheese was out there, rolling farther away, and Maggie was determined to catch it, no matter where it went. She was ready for anything, the chase was on. With every leap, she felt more adventurous than ever. And so, Maggie's big adventure began, with the promise of cheese and a world full of surprises waiting just outside her door. Maggie scampered down the garden path, her tiny paws pattering on the soft earth, eyes wide and sparkling as she chased after the rolling cheese. The morning sun made everything glimmer, and the garden was alive with the sounds of birds and rustling leaves. The cheese bounced and tumbled, finally coming to rest under a big green leaf that looked like a little umbrella in the garden. When Maggie carefully lifted the leaf, she found her cheese at last. And to her surprise, a long pink worm with tiny glasses perched on his nose, reading a book.
Wiggle, wiggle. What was that, a rolling snack? I've never seen cheese move so fast.
Walter blinked up at Maggie, his glasses slipping down his nose, then spotted the delicious cheese right beside him.
A cheese chase? That sounds more fun than reading. Can I come along and join the adventure? I'm not very fast, though. I tend to wiggle and wobble. That's okay. You can help me look. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1, especially in a big garden like this. Your glasses are perfect for spotting things. You might see clues I'd miss.
Walter polished his glasses until they sparkled, excited to join Maggie on her quest for cheese and ready for anything.
I'm a super spotter. Let's go. I'll keep my eyes peeled for anything unusual.
With a new friend by her side, Maggie felt braver than ever before. She knew that together, they could face any challenge.
Ready, set, go. Let's find that cheese and see what other surprises the garden has for us.
Maggie ran. Walter wiggled, and together they followed the cheese's trail, weaving through tall grass and colorful flowers. They were a team now, a mouse and a worm on a cheesy mission, ready for anything the day might bring.
Onward to the cheese. Let's see who can spot it first.
The adventure was getting bigger and better, with laughter echoing through the garden as they searched high and low. With teamwork, anything seemed possible. The chase continued, and so did their friendship, growing stronger with every step. The cheese rolled out of the garden and landed on a lily pad in the middle of a pond.
Oh no, my cheese is on an island.
Maggie and Walter stared at the cheese, stuck and out of reach. Suddenly, a big green frog with a red bow tie popped up.
Ribbit, trouble with that cheese? I'm Freddy, the best hopper in the pond. It's my cheese, but it's stuck. Nothing's stuck when Freddy's around. I'll help.
Freddy leapt from lily pad to lily pad, making a bridge.
Come on, friends, hop across.
Maggie and Walter carefully crossed Freddy's lily pad bridge. A frog and a bow tie making a bridge. This cheese chase was getting sillier. Together, they reached the cheese. With Freddy's help, the adventure continued. The team was growing, and so was the fun. The cheese was almost theirs. Just as Maggie reached the cheese, a gust of wind spun the lily pad and the cheese slid onto the grassy bank. Suddenly, a flash of fur zipped by. A squirrel snatched the cheese and raced up a tall tree.
Finders keepers, I'm Sammy, the speediest squirrel. Catch me if you can.
Maggie, Walter, and Freddy stared up at the towering tree.
We have to work together. Freddy, use your tongue to lower a branch. Walter, distract Sammy. I'll climb.
Freddy stretched his tongue. Walter wiggled up the bark and Maggie scrambled after Sammy.
Okay, team, let's get that cheese.
With teamwork and determination, they began their climb. The cheese was almost within reach. The chase was far from over. As the friends climbed, a huge golden dog bounded over, barking excitedly. His name was Barnaby, and he was known for his playful nature and boundless energy. Barnaby the dog, woof, what's going on? Can I play? I love making new friends and joining in on fun adventures. Barnaby's wagging shook the tree, making Sammy wobble and drop the cheese. His tail was like a powerful broom, sweeping everything in its path. The cheese bounced off a branch, bopped Freddy, and landed between Barnaby's paws. It was a comical sight, like a scene from a slapstick comedy. Barnaby the dog. Ooh, a snack! I love cheese. It's my favorite treat. Maggie the Mouse, Walter, Freddy, Sammy. No! They all shouted in unison, their tiny voices filled with urgency. Barnaby paused, seeing their worried faces. He didn't want to upset his new friends. Barnaby the dog, is this your snack? I didn't mean to take it from you.
It's my cheese. We've chased it all over town. Please, can we have it back? We've been on a grand adventure to retrieve it.
Barnaby looked at the team. Mouse, worm, frog, squirrel, all working together. They had clearly put in a lot of effort. Barnaby the dog. A big cheese chase? You all did it together. That's special. Teamwork makes everything better. He gently nudged the cheese toward Maggie. He wanted to show he appreciated their hard work. Barnaby the dog. A good team deserves a good snack. You've earned it. The cheese was finally back where it belonged. The friends cheered. They were happy to have their snack back and even happier to have made a new friend in Barnaby. Maggie stared at the cheese. Finally, it was hers. But she looked at her friends, Walter, Freddy, Sammy, and Barnaby.
I can't eat this alone. We got it together, so we should share it.
Even after I took it, I wasn't a good friend.
You're here now, that's what matters. Freddy the Frog Ribbit, a cheese party. Walter the Worm, the best kind of party. Barnaby the Dog, woof.
Barnaby lay down, making a cozy spot for everyone. The cheese chase had become a friendship party. Maggie felt proud, not just for catching the cheese, but for making friends. The real treasure was their teamwork. With everyone gathered, Maggie knew what to do. Sammy nibbled the cheese into 5 perfect pieces. Each friend got just the right amount. They sat together in the sun, munching and nibbling. Barnaby's tail thumped, Freddy ribbited, and Walter wiggled with joy.
Sharing is more fun than winning.
Maggie's heart filled with happiness. The sun set, and it was time to go home. Barnaby the dog! Thanks for the cheese party, Maggie. Freddy the frog. Visit my pond anytime. Walter the worm. Goodbye, new friends. Maggie walked home feeling bigger and braver than ever. The best adventures she knew are the ones you share.